Hi, everybody. Jeffrey. You need IET and pendulum clearing, and I'm going to tell you why. This is why. Reality happens from us, not to us. It's the vibration and the energy that we're holding that we attract, and that a lot of times we continually recreate. We recreate. So a lot of us have gone through really difficult times in whatever manner. I can get into the details, but the details don't matter. What matters is I had a really difficult life, truly. And I was holding all this energy of shame, guilt, resentment, anger, unworthiness, being unlovable, uh, being wrong, being damaged, being damaged. I held that in my body, and because of the reality that I lived in, because of the situations around me. And I took it on. And I really hated myself. I mean, I can't believe really that I'm alive. I really can't, because of like all the trauma that I had in my life. I was barely sort of living. And what IET and pendulum work does is that it releases all these energies that are toxic: guilt, shame, disempowerment. I don't trust myself. Um, Thought patterns, energies that we hold in our body, in our chakras, and it imprints the opposite. The thing is like it's your light doing the work. You ask for what it is you'd like to receive and what you'd like to release, and then the light comes in and pulls out and imprints. That's what's going on. It's not, I'm just the guide. I'm just the guide. But this is my experience, right? So I really was I was very angry for a long time. I was very sad. I had a lot of grief. I had a lot of betrayal energy, et cetera, et cetera. And I started doing this work, and it started to really release and be filled with something else. And what happened was, in a specific meditation, actually, like the light really just came through. It just came through. And this energy of that I can actually be loved came through. It never dawned on me. It was so far from my reality. It was so far from my reality. I never thought that anything like that could happen for me. Never, never. In a million years, in a million years, I never thought it could happen. And I was wrong. And I kept on working with this energy. And what happened was, and what's happening still, is that I really love myself. I really care about myself. I really take care of myself. 100,000%? No, but 80%, 85%, it's a process. It's a process. The way through the pain is through the pain. The way through the pain, the way through the problem is through the problem, not to pretend or deal with or make believe or shift things around. And this energy can really help you do that. It's really helped me. I mean, I do IET on myself every day, and I still do pendulums work on myself pretty often. It's not a one and done. I'll tell you that right up front. It's not a one and done. A lot of these things are really ancient. It's like a weed. It's like a weed. Oh, I think I got that weed out. It's like, no. Sometimes weeds are really, really deep. And that's why I decided to become a practitioner. That's why I decided to, offer the healing that I've had to others, because this is enormous. This is enormous. You know, has it worked for me? I'm alive. I'm alive. And my history was very self-destructive. very self-destructive. I have a history with substances, and I have a history with calling in really dark experiences, let's say. Not witchy stuff, just like a bad job, the wrong people, the wrong situations. But it's so they talk about IET like relieving the drunk, the not the drunk, the junk from your trunk, and that's really what it does. And I mean, it's healed me. I'm happier than I've ever been. That's the truth. I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I never thought I could be this happy. And I'm happy in spite of, things aren't perfect, la, la, la. Like I'm happy anyway. Like I'm pretty happy. I walk around pretty happy and I'm like adventurous and curious and waiting for something good to come. And I used to never wait for something good to come because I never thought anything good could come because I wasn't vibrating good. I was vibrating like, oh, what's this? What's the next problem what's the next burden I have to take and put in my bag and carry around? Like that was the reality. You know what? If you're living in an energy or you have an energy inside of you that is, of like guilt or shame or anger or I should do this or, I don't trust myself, right? Oh, I never trust myself. I have to ask everybody else their opinion for everything. That's not self-love. That's not being in touch with your core, in touch with your joy. And I really want to help people. I really, really, really want to help people. I really want to help people. It brings me such enormous contentment, and you get to live in your joy. What could be better than that? What could be better than that? Is it a process? Yes, it's a process. It's not a one and done. It's just not. It's about committing to the love of yourself. It's about this. It's kind of like you go for a manicure once a week or once a month or once every 6 months, or you go to let's say you get regular massages, or you have somebody come in and clean the house every so often, or something like that. You hired a gardener. It's like that. So that's why I offer it as like bundles and stuff like that. And you know what? Like maybe I'm a little too gruff or something. Do it with somebody else then. It's fine. But get to your light. Get to your light, man. Get to your light. Get to the thing that brings you joy. That's why, like for the past year, I keep on coming up with the same thing. Is this my greatest good and greatest healing? Is this my greatest joy? Is this my greatest joy? Right? And it's about trusting yourself, and it's about loving yourself. It's amazing. It's amazing. I never thought it would happen for me. Never. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was worthy. I really didn't. I thought don't condemn yourself. It'd be a shame to get to the end and not allow yourself to love yourself, to be your own best friend, to be the trusted, buddy, servant in a way to your own light. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Truly, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I really want to help people. I really want to help people. So if this, resonated with you, there's a reason. There's a reason. And, the thing is about the whole thing is like, I'm not the healer. I'm just the guide. You're the healer. You're the healer. That's why I'm teaching pendulum also, because it's like, if I could give you a piece of this and teach you how to do it for yourself, like that's it, really empowering, really empowering. So if you could do a lot of pendulum on yourself and, you release a lot of stuff, and then maybe you need to, do a specific IET set, great. But, I'm trying to empower people. We all need to get to our light. We all need to get to our light. And part of the reason we incarnate here is to be in joy and to be in light and to bring what we're supposed to bring, whatever that is. Whatever that is, what's my sole purpose? Well, your sole purpose could be 1,000 things, right? Your sole purpose could be to be, say, a doctor, but it could also be to be a dad. It could also be to be a best friend. It could also be to be a neighbor. It could also be to be a stamp collector. I don't know. Yeah, the more of us live in this, that's why I'm so passionate about it. Because this is like this is what brought me to YouTube, I think. I think that the point of this channel was this. I think it's why I'm in Mexico. I'm supposed to heal people here physically. It's what brought the fire on and allowed me to like break out of living in a confined apartment that I was so identified with. It's like I'm bigger than my apartment. I'm bigger than my business. I'm bigger. We're all bigger. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. And there's nothing you can tell me that I haven't heard that I'm going to be shocked by or judge. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know, all this stuff that we're holding, it's very normal. It's very normal. It's very natural. You know, kids react to like the environment around them and past life stuff. Sometimes you're holding an energy. It's like, I've done everything I can do. And it's like, why is it still here? Sometimes it's past life. So we pull it out. We pull it out. We keep on imprinting. It's really powerful. And I have a Zoom community where I have 3 people, and I'd love to get together another Zoom community of people who commit to doing it, the pendulum once a month and the what do you call it? The IET once a month. And then we have a Zoom call and we share our experience and how we're bringing in the things that we want, the things that bring us joy. We meditate together on the vision. It's really powerful. So that's what I offer as bundles. So look, if you're interested in really living your best life, if you're interested in letting go of trauma, of letting go of the burden, of shame, of guilt, of anger, all that stuff. I mean, I could go through the list. It's kind of amazing. Betrayal, grief. Why does this always happen to me? That energy. Victim. Then I can help you. And I really want to. I really want to. You know, I'm like, I serve your soul. Like that's what I'm very, I know I could be very, but I'm very reverent. I'm very reverent. This is very, very serious and sacred work. And I would love to assist you. I'm assisting you. I'm assisting you. And it would be my honor. I love to help people. I'm really good at that. I'm a little bit codependent, but that's why I was such a great Airbnb host, because it's like I would feed them and listen and, oh. And now it's time to move into this. Now it's time to move into this. And it would really be my honor, truly my honor. So if you're interested, the links are below. Yeah, rightcolor.com or rightcolorcommunity.com. I think rightcolor.com actually is better. I think the other one has links are weird, whatever. And if you have questions, you can email me, jeffrey at rightcolor.com. And that's that. Blessings.